This video will show how to set up the TAC Gradebook. After logging into TAC, find the course you would like to add a gradebook for and click on the gradebook icon. That page will load, and since we need to set up a gradebook, we're going to click on Setup. This is what the screen looks like before a gradebook is set up. By default, there is an assignment category as well as all these other categories below. Pick the one that you want, and then you have to make a decision between if you're going to calculate using total points or if you're going to use a percentage system. So in this case, I'm going to use total points, and notice the weight column goes away. If you're using percentages, then you have to weight each category accordingly. With total points, you don't need that. If you want to drop the lowest score of any category, for example, if I chose homework here and I wanted to drop the lowest homework score, then I would put a 1 in here. If you don't want to drop anything, just leave it at 0. And then whatever marking periods are available, select those. Mine's going to look different because it's a test database. The other decision you have to make is whether you want to exclude missing scores from the average, meaning anything blank in your gradebook is going to be excluded from the cumulative average, versus anything that's missing a score or that you have not graded yet would count as a 0 in their average. So it's important that you distinguish between the two, because if you score things late after you've put them into the gradebook as an item, but the score doesn't go until later, it will skew their cumulative grade until you enter that score into the gradebook. And then save that. To add a new category, up here is the icon. To add another category, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to select assignment, and I'm going to pick the quarters, and I'm going to save. I'm going to select another one, and I'm going to say quiz. Make my selections, save. So you add as many categories as you need to. And if you need to come back and add categories after the fact, up here is where you navigate. So once I have at least one category in the gradebook, then I can do assignments. If I need to get back to this category tab to add more categories or adjust any settings, I click on categories, and then I would have to click the pencil to make any adjustments to those categories. And note, once you've used categories in the gradebook and you've assigned scores, it will not let you delete any categories if there's scores attached. So just note that. Here is where also you will find the default scale. So your course by default in the master schedule has a grading scale set for it. So junior high and senior high would be an AF scale, and depending on the grade level at the elementary level, maybe an expectation scale, which I believe is 3rd grade and below. The SU scale is basically a pass-fail type scale, and those courses would be set accordingly. You can also set a grading scale by student within your gradebook. So once you have that set up, you can then click on entry of the gradebook, and then you will see your gradebook has been set up. To add an assignment inside of the gradebook, which is a newer feature, on the right side of the screen, you will see this little icon with a plus symbol. You can add an assignment on the fly in the gradebook. You don't have to return back to that category type assignment page where you would enter the information for your assignment and then save it.